Ready. And we are live. You can catch us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with you, Howlers. How's over Baz? I'm Jacob Casas.
And I'm Rico Savage.
And we have two special guests today. We kind of had to do this episode spur of the moment, but it's great. I feel like we really needed to get this episode going. We had a guest in here that I've been talking to back and forth about coming on, and they happen to be running through here. So I'm gonna let them actually explain a little bit what's going on, but I'm gonna have them introduce themselves. I'll start with you, Coach.
Hi, what's up? I'm Coach Paul. I'm an online fitness coach. I work with busy moms because I understand moms run the household, and I'm on a mission to impact youth and help as many youth as possible. I'm also a motivational speaker for at-risk youth or anyone relevant to the at-risk youth as well, because I was once an at-risk youth. This is my homeboy Zune.
Introduce
thank
yourself.
you guys for having us here. We're on a route to run across America. So Zune, I'm the owner of Kraken Media. We do content for serious influencers and serious celebrities and business owners. Nationwide, and right now we're on a project to be running across America. It's a self-funded project. I funded everything. It's super expensive, but I tag all the name of the people who helped me grow Kraken Media in the back to make it happen. And we're running across America. We're gonna help donate 1 million meals to Feeding America.
So they literally meant it when Jacob said they're running through.
We just ran into
they're
them.
running, they're running,
You know what I'm saying?
they're running through.
They ran into us because we weren't running. You know, but
So they're going to run out after the interview.
Hey, and it's crazy though because you and I have been talking, right, Jacob?
Yeah.
And so we've been talking about trying to get on the show, and we didn't know if we were actually going to run through this area, and so we're just letting Google Maps take us, and we started Santa Monica Pier on the 1st of March. And we just been running until the day's over, and then we, get picked up.
Are you guys from around here? Are you guys familiar with the area?
No, not really. We
once
through the hood, bro. We went through the hood. We definitely ran through the hood,
Took the
bro.
wrong turn?
Yeah. He took us to the wrong area a couple times, but we made it happen.
so where did you guys come from? I know you told me, but why don't you tell the audience where you guys came from, where you guys were running through, where you guys been so far?
Absolutely.
So we started at Santa Monica Pier. It's funny, like there's Bubba Gump on it. We're like,
Oh, okay. I know
we're-
what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're Forrest Gumping this shit. But, we're both fitness people. We love
Right.
fitness, and fitness save our lives. So we want to show that, hey, like, fitness is the gateway to greatness. Whether you're, entrepreneur or whether you're, like, even your job doesn't have to do anything with fitness.
Right.
That's a good, solid foundation.
Health as wealth. For sure.
Exactly. To start your day, to, get going, and, like, it helps you have discipline and through the hard times, like when we started this like 5 days ago, like nothing was going the right way that we wanted.
Okay.
Like literally nothing.
As far as like the weather? Or
Hey,
what?
oh,
I know,
everything.
Because it's been raining lately out
Everything,
here.
yeah.
We
ran the rain.
running through the rain, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's been raining.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the thing though. Is a lot of times in any entrepreneurship battle, nothing goes the right way at the
Never.
beginning.
Oh, nothing.
So, but you guys are real howlers running through it all.
That's
so,
what makes or breaks people.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, what inspired you to do this? Like, give a little bit of background on what this is all about.
So, I saw the movie, Forrest Gump, I'm sure, right? But
Just running and running.
yeah, I was like, you know what? Let's do something cool because there's a couple people that actually ran across America before,
Yeah.
but they might have not met their charity goal.
And they're not as cool either.
Right.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I'm saying if anyone got a problem,
He thought it, he said it.
I'll throw these hands for free,
Yeah, I heard him.
But we want to do something cool, and I'm the first Asian American to do this.
Oh yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, so I want to do something cool.
What kind of Asian are you?
I heard
I'm
breaking barriers.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, okay.
The pho slinger.
Yeah. He love his pho.
Oh, I make meat pho every.
The fuss slinger. I never heard that. I like that shit.
He's been eating too much.
He's like,
pho.
flood.
Hangover king. He's everybody-
I like that one.
But I just want to do something that one, good for the world,
Yeah.
and then the next thing, it's something for myself that you can't take away from.
Yeah.
So like a legacy
Yeah.
move. Right?
Accomplishments, goals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can. Like, I
leave
could have a lot of
behind.
money. You could take that away. I could have friends. You could take that away. But
Those records and
The
memories,
records,
you
yeah,
can't- you can't
the-
take
Well,
away.
the experience,
That too.
the moments.
Yep.
Because I feel like that's the only thing. I mean, everything is gonna burn
exactly.
at the end of the
Yeah.
day. But the thing is that I feel like the only thing you really own is moments in time.
Absolutely.
So this is like a moment in time for you guys that you guys are doing something that you guys are gonna remember. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, you know what? I barely met Zune maybe 8-9 months ago, and we connected through a mutual friend. And he's like such an authentic human being. Like I keep a very small circle, you know. Like I've been around some scum on the earth, so I'm very cautious with my energy and who I spend time with. And I got to know this dude, and I was like, dude, you're fucking badass. And he was like, I'm gonna run across America, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it with you, right? And then I was like, well, I do have a family and a girlfriend and 2 kids, and maybe gone for 6 months doesn't make sense, but let me do a piece of it, right?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
Like, I was like, fuck it, I'll start in Cali with you and go to Arizona, whatever airports along the way in Arizona, and just fly home.
And how has
That's
it
dope.
been so far?
Oh, it's been wild.
It's been fun, but hectic.
hectic, but it's not like it's gonna stop us.
Yeah.
So do you guys have like a schedule? How you guys do it? Can you like let us know how you guys plan it out as far as like what time you guys start and end? As far as the
We
day-
just wake up and start running.
Yeah, that's a good.
We literally just do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we listen to our bodies, right? Like after,
yeah.
for example, yesterday was a pretty rough day. We had a lot of uphills. Right? I've got blisters on both of my feet. He's got blisters, right? He's
One.
got
I got
he's
one.
got one blister. You know, like
He came in with sandals on.
our,
Age,
our
age,
bodies are
age.
pretty beat up right now, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like we go back to we're sleeping in an RV, right? And so certain nights we had to move the RV. So it kind of depends what time we go to sleep. We just kind of naturally let our bodies wake us up in the morning because
Yeah.
we gotta let the body recover. You know, like for something like this is like not one of those things where it's just like I'm only just like on a normal day both of us only sleep 3 to 5 hours, maybe 6 if we're lucky, you know.
Yeah.
But right now with the amount of effort we're putting in, the amount of punishment we're putting upon our body, we gotta let our bodies recover. You know.
So I wanted to start breaking you guys down a little bit. Like, why don't you tell? I mean, I know your audience knows. Why don't you tell a little bit of people? We'll start with you on what you do. Like, as I know you're talking about your coaching and all that, and I've seen some of the stuff that we're talking through, behind the scenes. But why don't we break you down on what you do exactly?
Yeah, so I do online fitness coaching for moms, right? And the reason why I do online fitness coaching for moms is because, like, I grew up in a broken home. My mom was on drugs. My dad was abusive. By the time I was 15, I was addicted to drugs myself. From 15 to 18, I was in and out. Juvenile hall, boys' homes, mental hospitals. I was homeless. Like, my teenage years were rugged. Gang affiliation, all the nonsense that comes with a lot of criminal activity. By the time I was 18, I went to jail. 19, I went to jail. 20, I went to prison for the first time. At 23, 22, I ended up committing a crime that had me looking at 27 years in prison.
Damn,
Right? And
that's a wake up call right there.
you would think it was, but it wasn't.
Nah.
Right? And I ended up getting 10. And I ended up doing the whole 10, right? And here in California, I was only supposed to do 8.5.
Yeah.
You know, I was supposed to do 85% of it. I did
Damn.
the whole. I did 10 months.
Why, you
10
kept
years,
getting in
1
trouble?
month, I was fucking up in there.
Yeah, that's
I
what
was-
happened.
I was just actively involved in the nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, and so it wasn't until that last year that I completely changed my mindset. Right, actually, since I've been down here, the day before we started the run, I went and got this tattoo on my arm, 8/30/17. That's my recovery date. That's the day I stopped drinking, stopped using drugs, and decided to change my life. Right, so that's
Yeah.
about 6.5 years ago, and from that moment on, I've been aggressively working on myself. So now, back to what you asked what I do, I had to get a little backstory, right? Because I was an at-risk youth. I was a troubled youth, right? And so I want to help the youth. My mission, my purpose is to help the youth not have to go down everything I went through, not have to end up homeless, on drugs, abused, incarcerated. All these things I've been through from youth all the way through my early 30s, I want to stop the youth from going through that, right? So I believe moms run the household, right? So if we can help the moms become healthier, happier, more confident, feel better about themselves, that's going to spread into their household, including their kids. Correct. So I can actively work on the kids by helping the parents, specifically the moms, actively work on themselves. And then I do motivational speaking, right? And the motivational speaking is for at-risk youth and anyone relevant to the at-risk youth. Like when I get back from one of the reasons why I got to go home after at the end of this month is I have a speaking engagement at a juvenile facility where I'm going to go in and speak to at-risk youth, right? And I've gone into 3 other facilities already, and I'm going to continue going into facilities. I go into high schools, I go into colleges. I do my own live events as well. My goal is to use my story to impact the youth.
I like that. I want to go more into that.
Yes.
Because man, I dial everything in. I don't know if you've seen the previous podcast. Everything you said, I'm dialing in.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, you're good at
so
that.
I want
You're good at that.
I want to go to you and find out. What exactly do you do? What's your profession? Like, I want to know the background story of you.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. We're there.
I knew it.
You know?
I knew it.
You got that fun.
I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna have actually a pho restaurant later. It's gonna say Pho King. You know?
That's dope as shit.
I think
like
there's
that.
already one in the Bay Area, bro.
Well, mine will be better.
Might have to look. It'll definitely.
Hey,
be
but you
better,
could,
for
but you
sure.
could call it. But you could have the slogan be like, "We don't give a fuck." Over here.
I think I touched this mic a couple times with my face. It's Fresh and Fit girls on here.
Oh yeah, we had some fresh fit.
Yeah.
Don't
They
give
were
a-
they were using that mic
Yeah.
too, man.
Oh well.
Hey, don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
Hey, you gotta not give a fuck, man.
Don't give a fuck.
We need pho after this.
Deal.
So, I was born in Vietnam. I came to the U.S. as an immigrant. And growing up, I was always like bullied to because I'm like Asian or something. So like
Or
I was
something.
like, what the hell, like yo,
Just
that's
chilling.
not cool, But growing up was pretty rough. Like we were really poor, and like I literally have shoes that would like give me blisters because we couldn't afford to get new shoes. And I would wear the same outfit to school every day. And I was like, damn, this sucks. And people used to make fun of me, like the little kids, kids are like assholes. But, and I was like,
Where did you grow up at?
San Leandro, California, Bay Area.
Okay.
But yeah, they would make fun of me for wearing the same outfit every day. And I can't do anything about it,
Yeah.
like middle school, high school, whatever. So, and then afterward, I joined the military. I was a Fleet Marine Force combat medic. So Marines don't have medic. They use Navy medics, and they train them in their Marine style, like boot camp-ish or so.
Uh-huh.
So I did that for 8 years. Got out, did IT management. I was an IT manager, sold cars, and next thing you know, I started to build websites for people. And I was like, this is pretty recent right now. I'm building websites for people. And then I started taking pictures with my iPhone for their product pictures. And they're like, whoa, it's really good. And I was like, oh, I could just charge more. And that leads into videos. And then we start making videos. And one of my homies, he went to Wes's Mastermind in California, Wes Watson.
Yeah.
And he took me along. He was like, yeah, just go film this. And then, so I went and filmed. And, for me, I always love to go above and beyond. So I just gave everyone reels while they're there. And that started to take off. And then, I had a good relationship with Wes and then all the other people in that mastermind. And that started to grow. And yeah, we literally traveled the country the last 8 months to shoot content for people. And you saw the video, we shoot those Halo
Yeah,
videos.
it's dope. I saw his videos, his clips he does, his videos. They're dope, dude. I love them. I love the music he picks. I like everything.
So you went.
He's
so
got
you,
some skills.
Yeah, he got
real
some
skills.
We got- no,
real
we-
skills.
yeah.
We
not
got
that
a
fake
team.
shit.
We got a team. I literally had to. The thing is, we are only doing video for 8 months or so by now. But we're the best in the country. That's why we're flying all over the country.
Absolutely.
Because it takes a different sets of skill. And then the people I work with, my partners, they have 10 years getting in the game, just making content. So when I show up, it's an unfair advantage. It's a company that's barely, a year old or whatever, just on the video side, but then it's 10 years of experience in the back.
Yeah.
And we do the, content for coaching and businesses, but the Halo content is what highlights the touch point so that you could sell high ticket items.
Okay.
So he went from military to
Yeah,
IT,
to-
selling cars to videography and
Yeah.
content
And,
creator.
and I'm gonna be honest, man. This is no cap at all, dude. His stuff is dope.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh yeah, it's cool, man. His stuff's dope. I love his
Some
stuff.
different.
Yeah, it's
It's
So
badass.
different.
Different, yeah.
Nobody else is doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I guarantee that. That shit is fire, dude.
And that's what makes you different, even though somebody might have that many years in experience. But are they doing something different though?
Right, so,
you know what I mean?
For a videographer, it's you're like this, right? And then how do you make money? Turn the camera around to you.
Yeah.
And then you start talking on camera, you start making content, you doing the content. That's when you
Yeah, blow up. That's when
blow
that
up. Yeah,
goes-
it's because people want to do business with people they love, or real people.
And can
Instead,
see.
instead of oh yeah, I just want to make this, But
yeah.
the thing is, for my business, we have podcasts or video services. We have podcasts. We have the Halo content. We have the cinematic and the lifestyle. So it's a full fleet of exactly what you need to launch your brand. If
Right.
that makes sense.
Everything, yeah.
And some of our podcasts blew up. We got like 4 million views for one of our clients. And our podcast, like the New Legacy podcast, we didn't even make it as a podcast. We make it as like a little show where like I help my clients speak on cameras, and we cut reels out of it, and then it become really good, and some of them went viral, and now people want to pay to get on there, and people went to my mastermind because they saw that podcast that we put
Yeah.
up. It's ridiculous. And the mastermind we did like a week ago, those are not cheap tickets, $10K per seat.
Damn.
Shit.
Yeah.
You gotta do a House with Baz one now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, let me know. Let me know.
We'll make it
I
happen.
think we're hiring. I think we're hiring.
Like, I will literally like get on the phone and close the deal for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's something. Well, I got your number on your phone. You can't hide from me now.
Locked in.
Which phone though? You got like 4.
Damn.
You might have gave me the baby
No,
mama
these
phone.
are
I don't know.
good. You don't gotta worry about that. Yeah, these girls are good at speaking out the mic, man.
You spray this with
They don't go out talking.
Lysol.
But no, I wanted to. Okay, let me do this then. I want to get into you now a little bit.
Yeah.
So, with everything that you're doing and the background that you have, so I want to ask you why. Now I want the why. Now I pretty much know the why just by listening to you, but I want them to hear why. Do you want to basically direct the mothers, right? And at the same time, why speak to the youth? What is your purpose?
Yeah. So the why behind that, I mean, I have a few whys behind what I do, everything I do, right? But the why behind that specific, what you just asked, is because from the age of 15 to 18, that's when we are maturing and growing the most, right? And that is when the most destruction was done within myself, right? That is when I became the most broken, right? And that is when I know that if I can show others that they don't have to go through or do the things I did, we can make the world a better place, right? We live in a really shitty world, right? It's sad, the world we live in. You know, when I got out, I did 10 years in prison. When I got out after 10 years, I was like, what the hell's going on out
was
here?
different.
And it's only gotten worse, right? Now, my other why, my big why, is I have a beautiful girlfriend that I love with all my heart, and I have 2 stepsons. I call them my stepsons. We're not married. We're not going to get married. We don't have no... I've been married in divorce. She's been married in divorce. We don't need a piece of paper to represent
not
what
for
we
everybody,
represent,
yeah.
you know? But my 2 stepsons, those 2 boys are my world, right? And so I want to give them what I didn't have, right? And I want to help give them a world, play my part in making the world a place where they can be safe, they can be loved, and they can be who they are, you know? And we live in a world where there's a lot of weird shit going on. So if I can help the youth, right, change their mindset around themselves, right, around the lives, around their, just change their entire perspective, then I can help the future. You know, I feel like I've done a lot of damage on this earth. I've done a lot of shitty things. You know, a lot of things I feel like every day I wake up to make amends for them, right? I'm earning my forgiveness. I don't have a religious belief system, so it's not like I'm trying to earn my way into heaven. I'm just trying to make everything I did in the past better.
Yeah.
You know? And so, like, you know, a lot of people, and they talk about it in the military a lot too, right? I think that's why me and him connect so well, right? But a lot of people that have been incarcerated, and especially incarcerated as a youth, they deal with PTSD. Same with people that are in the military. Like, I've seen some shit that I shouldn't have had to see, especially as a kid, right? And so now, instead of, like, a lot of people deal with that PTSD, they talk about they wake up with nightmares and things like that. I work my ass off every single day to make amends and make right the things I've done so that those nightmares don't show up. And they still show up from time to time, but the harder I work on becoming the best version of myself and making a difference in the world, the less those nightmares come.
So, what do you believe your purpose is then? Like your full purpose? Because I'm hearing all this now. Now I feel like, do you have something to sum that whole thing up? Where what is your purpose? What do you believe your purpose is?
I believe my purpose is to use everything I've been through to change lives, right? And I believe, like, so many people will talk about, like, oh, I've been through all these horrible things, and that's why I am who I am. I believe the same thing, but that's why I am who I am, and I'm striving to become better and better each day. So my true purpose is to stand on stages speaking to hundreds, if not thousands of people, and impacting every life within that room, showing them that when they walk away from hearing me speak, they can do anything on this earth that they want to.
Do you believe that that going through everything that you went through, do you think you would have even been at this level if you didn't go through what you went through?
Not at all, and I'm grateful for everything. Right, a lot of people will use. I was this person one time. I was once a victim mentality. Now I have a victor's mentality. Right, once upon a time, even when I was a kid, everything I've been through. When my parents got divorced, the world's out to get me. My mom doesn't love me because she's on drugs. My dad doesn't love me because he hits me. You know, the kids at school, he was talking about getting picked on. I got picked on too because everyone knew I was in the house with the druggy mom. Right, and we moved around a lot, and we didn't have money either. Like I didn't wear the same clothes every day, but every couple days. You know, like so. Now I can sit here and be like, all right, cool. Everything I've been through served a purpose, and it made me who I am today, right? If I hadn't gone through all that, I don't know where I'd be. I could be some nerdy white dude in a fucking suit at a desk doing some shit I didn't love, hating my life. You know, I love my life. Like, every day I wake up like, holy shit, this is badass. Like, I'm in an RV with my homie, fucking running across the country. I got blisters on my feet. Like, that's badass. Like, who the fuck can do some shit like that? I wouldn't be here if I hadn't gone through everything I've been through.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. So we had a doctor on here. She did an assessment on both of me and another host.
Yeah.
And I've never had that done. I don't do that stuff. I don't talk to counselors. I don't do any of that kind of stuff, right? But I thought it would be good for the show. And then seeing kind of where that dials you in at. And she was saying that that when you go through trauma, like your instincts are a whole nother level. I mean, the way your mindset works after you go through trauma, and you don't realize it. Like, I didn't know. I can read people very well.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I'm good at speaking to people and doing and talking to my customers and seeing what attracts them and what doesn't from my business and everything. So I'm talking to you because you're a coach. So you obviously have to have those skills. And that's your primary position right now, right? So that you're speaking to people, are you able to read? Because I mean, you're in prison 10 years. If you can't read people right, you can be killed.
Absolutely.
So your people reading skills. What kind of skills do you have on that? Like what level you believe they're at?
I mean, I think I have really good people reading skills, right? Especially if I meet you in person. Right, and I can really tell right off the bat, and I'll just use Zune as an example. Like, the first time we, had a conversation, I was like, I fuck with this dude.
Yeah.
You know, I fuck with this dude, you know? And so, I also think it's difficult with social media to read people well.
Yeah,
because social media, there's a lot of fronting. There's a facade, yeah. I'm 100% authentic on my social media. You get who you get. When you meet me in person, I'm the same person on Instagram that I am right there in person, right?
That's good.
And the same with him, right? And so, when I saw his Instagram, I was like, I like what this dude's doing. Let me see what he's about. Once again, I was like the saying goes, circle smaller than a dot. I have 5 fucking dudes that I like. These are my homies, you know, and he's one of them, you know. Everyone else, they're acquaintances, we're friends, we cool, but when it's shit, I need to call on somebody, I know who I can call on. I know my certain group of people I can call on, right? And it's because I've learned how to read people really well, right? Being in prison for 10 years, you meet people where you're like, this shit pops off, he's gonna run. You know, and you meet other people. If shit pops out, he gonna pull out a knife and get busy. Right. You know, I'm gonna work out with you. I'm gonna walk the yard with you. We're hanging out. This other dude, what's up, bro? It's good to see you, homie. And then we keep on pushing, you know. And I'm the same way out here, you know. And so I'm able to read people that I meet really well once I meet them in person, and I can make they say not to judge people. I think that's bullshit. I think you kind of have to judge people.
Everybody does.
Right? You have to an extent, right? I'm going to judge you on your activities, on your actions, on what you do, and then what the conversation is. We say have a conversation, when you're talking about some nonsense, man, I'm probably not going to fuck with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I look at that different too. So judging is one thing, but being aware of somebody, how is that wrong?
Yeah.
You know, I want to be aware that you're trying to scam me, or I'll be aware that you might just punch me right now.
Yeah, right.
I got to be aware you might shake me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's
those are important things to be aware of.
Yeah, it's dude, if you don't know that stuff, you're shaking, you're on the ground, you're done. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't want no shaking going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, tell them why you have to pee so much.
War story?
So, you got a war story?
This is.
Let's hear a war story.
I got a war story for you. Not really a war story. We were talking about this yesterday while we were walking. So I pee a lot. right? Like a lot. And he's like talking hella shit. We were running yesterday. He was like,
I saw a video of you peed in the bushes.
yeah, he took a video of me peeing in the
I did
bushes,
see
bro.
that.
And I was like,
And you were like, hey.
yeah. And so like he was like talking shit yesterday, and I was like, honestly, I think like I have like a damaged,
Bladder?
no, not my bladder, my
Prostate.
prostate. There we go. I can't remember what it's called, right? I think my prostate is damaged, right? And because in prison we carry knives up our ass.
I heard
Right,
this before
right?
by
Like
somebody
this is a
else,
real
too.
deal. Like,
yeah.
and it sounds like, oh my god, I would never put some. People say, oh, I would never put something in my blood. When your life is online, like when you're in a facility where you're like outnumbered and you're outgunned and you don't know what's gonna happen next,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
right? And I was a skinny fucker when I went into prison. I was a little guy. Like I'm pretty yoked now, but back then I was little, right? So. Of course, I'm gonna carry a knife. However, I gotta carry a knife, and sometimes that's where you gotta put it.
Damn.
Right? And so that's hitting against your prostate all the time. So I had to pee a lot, right? So one time I go to the nurse. This is the story I was telling him yesterday. I go to the nurse, right? And I didn't even know what a prostate was back then, right? So I'm like 24 years old, and I'm a little knucklehead. I go to the nurse. And she's like, I tell her, I have an overactive bladder, I pee a lot. She's like, oh man, maybe you have a enlarged prostate. I was like, all right. She's like, we could check your prostate right now and see what's up.
He was cool with it. He was like, yeah, for sure.
I was like, all right, cool, right? Like, all right,
Most people
cool.
like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I didn't know where it was, right? And mind you, I have something up there, like,
Oh, shit.
yeah. So she tells me, okay, just lean up against the table. So I lean up against the table, and she's like behind me. I'm just like leaning like that. She's like feel me around or something, like, she's like, all right, now drop your pants and your boxers down to your knees. I was
He
like,
looks back
what?
slowly.
I look back, and she got the gloves on, and she's looping her finger up. I was like, wait, what? She's like, yeah, your prostate is up your butt. I was like, well, I got a knife up there, so I'm not doing that, right? It's like, no, I'm cool. She's like, well, we could have a male doctor do it if you feel more comfortable, but his hands are probably bigger than mine. I was like, nah, it's cool. And I left, right? So, yeah, the moral of the story is I think I just have a destroyed prostate from that, because I pee a lot.
And he still wakes up happy.
I still wake up happy. Like, I love my life
Nobody
still.
ever have any excuses.
Yeah, no excuses.
No excuses after this story, man. Like, damn. So let's get into you a little bit then. So you joined the military. You joined the Marines, right?
Navy.
Navy. Oh, she joined the
Navy,
Navy, and
and
then
then
they
they
brought
trained
you
them
into
for
the
the
Marines
Marines.
because you were a medic, right?
Yes.
So this whole situation of you growing up, getting bullied all the time, that was all through high school, junior high. What was that all through?
Yeah, it was just like high school.
So you now, because you're doing things outside of the norm, like that not everybody else is doing right now.
Okay.
Do you believe that a lot of that situation that you were living when you were younger, do you believe that has to do with you pushing to be better than the norm of what people are doing now?
Yeah. Well, like the way I see it is we like migrated from Vietnam to the US, right?
That was already a big deal.
That's a big deal. But like it would be a waste if I'm just a normal person.
Yes.
So we didn't go that far just to go that far.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
So
Well, you notice a lot of immigrants. We had a guy on here. He has his own clothing line brand. We just had him on last week, and he has a clothing line and a big thing that sold like crazy. The shirt said "Born of an Immigrant."
oh shit.
And we know that we were doing a lot of talking about this, and you notice a lot of immigrants come here and they just take over.
Yeah.
Because they have stores, they have businesses, they have all this, because they're used to having nothing at all. And us Americans, I'm American. I was born here. My family, we're born here. Even though I'm Mexican, I have a lot of different descent in me, but whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, I noticed I was around a lot of immigrants they were like first generation, and I seen how hard they worked and all that, and I started thinking, man, I don't want to be a lazy American. I really started thinking that whole situation, because look how hard the immigrants work. And look what they build when they're out here. I love that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, I would think that, so that's basically your mindset.
Yep.
When you came here, you're like, I'm gonna be a badass motherfucker.
Immigrant, speak English, game over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Best of both worlds.
So
can't stop.
you think outside the box. You think differently than most people. You really believe
I really
that.
don't know how I've been pulling all this off. It's pretty wild.
You're meeting multi-millionaires
all the time.
and he's dealing with like you said, the Wes, and you're dealing with all these different people, Walter and all them, and dude, that's like high level people you're meeting.
I met him at the gym. I showed him the halo. He was like, "Oh, when can we do that?" You know.
But it only takes one time. You know?
Yeah, no, like, but the gym we're at, there's a lot of influencers there that
Okay.
could, like, it's just like that one connect that would change your life. And Wes has been like a big homie, like he's been just plugging me everywhere, you know. And it's just like certain relationship would change your whole life, like, but it all compounds over the actions that you do. One of my really good, I would say, mentor is Ace Rogers. He's like the king of San Diego.
King.
Yeah, like the Lambo yacht dude.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that town knows him. You know?
Yeah.
And he told me this theory about natural flow. Have you guys heard of it?
No.
No.
No? So basically, like,
Go in the mic
Yeah.
on this one. Yeah.
okay. So basically, you know, you have your routine every day, right? If you miss a step, that'll fuck up something else during your whole day. So, you know, for these guys that are more hyper successful, they very focused on their specific routine or their specific flow, and they control their time. No one else control their times because they don't want to miss a step that will actually like, crush a big decision later on during the day. And I'm practicing that too right now. I'm just practicing the natural flow, like, you know.
So it's basically like almost like the butterfly effect.
Exactly.
So
it's just like a little bit,
yeah.
but then you stack little wins, and then boom, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't get my natural flow this morning because I missed, like, you know, we had to be here a little bit early, so I was supposed to deposit, like, a $16,000 check,
You see
you know.
that's- oh,
But I
Yeah.
couldn't, you know, so now I deposit it later. But for me, it's like, I build the bridge as I walk on it because I don't have, like, wealthy parents or, like, crazy people to fund all the stuff I'm doing. And all the stuff I'm doing is, I would say, quite expensive. But I think at the end of the day, it's like, if you want to leave a legacy behind, it's going to cost everything. Yeah.
I believe that. I
There is no plan
truly
B.
believe
There's no
that.
plan B,
There's
yeah.
no plan
We'll
B.
plan as we go,
Yeah.
you know? And then there's another quote I heard that's really good is, the path will eliminate as you walk on it. Because you really cannot plan everything. I stole that from somebody, but...
Well, I like what you said first. You said I walk on a bridge. I build the bridges as I walk.
Yeah,
upon
yeah.
it.
So
That shit's dope.
I came up with that because I'm like literally like we're flying across the country to do projects, and sometimes it's more expensive because we booked the flight last minute or something, some random charge come up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta close the deal within 24 hours or else we won't be able to fly
I
home.
love this story right
Like
here.
no, this it's
Or else we wouldn't be able to fly
Yes.
home.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
no.
You know what I mean? You walk around the corner. Ooh,
That's some entrepreneur shit right there.
No, it's
I live my
true.
life like that every day. You don't even know what I walk. I walked into
It's a
chaos
hour.
today,
Yeah.
just over here for my business. But dude, that's entrepreneur. That's real entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
If you can get shit done like that, you're a whole nother level. Because when things start piling on, it's a wrap for you because you probably work better under pressure.
Yeah.
That's how I work better under pressure.
most entrepreneurs are.
Yeah, it's way better when I'm under pressure. I feel like I get more shit done. Everything, if everything's like smooth all the time, I'm like, okay,
boring.
let's level it up now a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's
Like
boring.
I'm gonna try to take things to another level, and then back the pressure's back on.
Sometimes you just create chaos just for fun when it's too chill.
That's how you know you're on a different level. That's how you know you're on a different level.
He's all, I ain't doing
You know
that
what I
shit.
mean?
Right now.
Like, damn. Trying to be stressed out. No, I'm trying to look like him, happy and shit.
Yeah,
Damn,
but
that's crazy.
it's crazy. Like, and I made up this other, you know, building the bridge as you walk on it. That's a concept I come up with, but I come up with another one that really resonate with Ryan Garland. He's the founder of Paradigm, $900 million private equity firm. And I told him like, it's the iceberg method, right? So when you start a business, it's like you on a little iceberg with a little paddle. You're going, right? Your little business, but the ice is melting as you go.
On the bottom.
The iceberg method, right? And then all you have to do is get a bigger iceberg. Once you get on that one, you're still rolling, and that one's still shrinking. So in business, like it's the burn rate of how much cash you have or whatever. It's like, all right,
That's
I got this much burn
that's
rate.
fire.
It's gonna be fucked if I don't do something about it, you know. So that's the iceberg method. I come up with that shit. I don't know.
I like that shit.
Now
That's
you
just
see why
badass.
when he said he's running across the country, I was like, all right, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
we'll
no
make
hesitation.
we'll make money as we go too. It's kind of funny. Like I always like think, okay, a lot of people when they tell me, oh, I don't have time to make content or whatever or so, I'm like, we're literally running across America, making content and running a business behind the back end, and you know, trying to help raise and donate 1 million meals through Feeding America. And my ops is Tony Robbins, Evan Matson, sponsored by The Rock, and then you know a couple other big names. But those are like I picked those to be my opponents.
Yeah.
And I'm a normal person. I'm not an athlete. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I'll fucking do this. You know, like I'm not an athlete. It's like if I could do that and I could show that, then more people will want to be in fitness that are regular people that are not athlete. that, it's going to make the world a better place. Because if you get better, the people around you will get better. People around you get better, the community gets better.
By the
Yeah.
way, we do have a 6-month fitness coaching program going
Yeah,
on
if
to
you guys
support
want.
the Run Across America. So, I mean,
Pitch it.
you know,
Yeah.
we
No,
got
do it.
What's the name? Can you-
It's
one of the cameras
just
into the name?
it's just the Run Across America 6-month fitness challenge, right? We
Yeah.
got 3 different levels, so no matter what price point you can afford, we've got a $99 a month one. We've got the custom one-on-one $4.99 a dollar. It really just depends how you want to support the mission, and a percentage of that does go to Feeding America.
Yeah. And then, if you look on milesformeals.us, literally, like, I work really fast and use a lot of ChatGPT. I was like, hey, ChatGPT, I'm doing this. What's a good name? milesformeals.us. If you go there, you donate, it's 100% tax write-off. So every dollar can raise 10 meals because Feeding America get their meals donated. And then they just need to transport it out, if that makes sense. So right now, we passed 100,000 meals already.
Oh, damn.
So you guys started
Look.
running? Or
Before then.
Before that, yeah.
So-
I was just like, oh, yeah, let's go, like.
It's crazy how many meals you can get for what you pay, right? So, like, we ran an event in February. We did a speaking event, had speakers coming from all around the country. Zune was one of the speakers there. And we had about 12 speakers come to a small movie theater in Castro Valley where I live. And I rented the theater out, and I put together this event. It's the second event I put together. 12 speakers from around the country came out. We spoke. We gave value to the audience. We sold tickets for like $99, And then we took half those proceeds and donated. So that was $2,000. That was 20,000 meals.
Yeah.
That one event that had a bunch of us, 12 people just speaking to the audience, giving value to the world, raised 20,000 meals.
I'm loving this, man, because you guys are.
organic as hell too.
Yeah, I'm just like thinking, like,
Yeah.
I'm saying this in a good way. Like, you guys are not major celebrities. You guys are not known.
Not yet.
Exactly.
Not yet.
We don't need to be.
We
don't
covered
need
for
to
that
be.
shit, though, baby.
That's my point. Like,
Yeah.
in a sense, we're nobodies.
Yeah.
But you're doing things so big where people are just noticing.
Yeah.
And it's going to bring it to another level. But my whole thing is, that's why people don't need to be scared to do shit, to step out of their comfort zone, because you guys aren't The Rock. You guys aren't somebody that's well known. Hey, I'm going to do this. You guys are like, this is my whole philosophy, right? I always tell everybody this shit. Like, when people are wondering why I'm doing this or what are you doing, like what? Because even starting the podcast, I had all my friends, most of them are gone. They're like, oh, I don't see this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden it starts killing it, and all of a sudden, oh, dude, it's so dope.
Yeah.
I heard crickets before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like, I always just say, I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks, nobody says, nobody's opinion, and that's what you guys are doing. You guys are, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going. I'm going to do whatever the fuck it
And
takes
consistent.
to be that.
And consistent.
That's the thing, too.
And
Yes.
consistency beats skill any
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
As long as because like you said, there's no, I can't do this, but you're running. You have a business that you're taking care of, and you're still posting the shit. So it's no excuse because you're consistent. That's why you're. I mean, you are somebody. I didn't. When you say I'm nobody, everybody has what you have. Everybody has something in them.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wake up though and do it though? That's what makes you guys different, because you guys actually do it instead of having those excuses and shit. Like, you know what I mean? We wake up happy. You wake up getting straight to it.
Yeah.
Multiple, you know what I mean, businesses.
It's just like, I have a clothing brand, New Legacy, but we made one of the shirts that says, do more, think less. Sometimes we overthink a lot of things.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
exactly what it is. People are afraid to just jump in
Yeah.
and do it. And that's what I like. I like that you guys aren't. I'll be honest, man. Like, I don't want major celebs on this podcast. Like, I've been telling him. Shout out to Diamond Studios, always killing it for us. Shouty
Woo-woo.
over here. But
we do though. We'll take you guys, but
no,
I mean,
of course,
I mean,
of
like
course.
he doesn't mean it like that.
But no, but like my whole thing is,
we
I
don't need it to grow.
It's like the point is the what do they make the movies out of, right? They make the movie out of the journey and the struggle of somebody.
The
trying to-
hero's journey.
Yeah.
Hero's journey. Yeah, that's
So-
his fucking key right there.
Yeah.
So this right here, what you guys are doing right now, is the dopest fucking part of the story.
Right.
We bring celebrities on it. They're already fucking made it. They're already established.
The story's different.
Like they're already like, it's almost like they're fed. They're already fed. You guys
Yeah.
are hungry, right?
Super hungry.
So it's different, like having that energy and those people on, because I just me personally, I always keep thinking like, I don't really give a fuck about having celebrities on here. Like it'll be good for views and all that kind of shit. But this is where the real stories take place.
People can relate
This is
to
the
you.
real
People can relate
shit.
to you guys. There are a bunch of you guys out there. That's why you guys are getting the shit that you guys are getting.
And I did a podcast I was telling you before, right? And I would go back and listen to that podcast, and I would think, man, that mindset I was in was fucking beast. I got to get back to that guy.
Yeah.
Like, why is my mind not set up the same as that?
Yeah.
You start getting breastfed in a sense, right? You building, you get comfortable. I said, you always entrepreneurs to stay uncomfortable, like step up that next level and be uncomfortable again.
You got to do the uncomfortable thing that got you there in the first place.
Exactly.
If you climb the first hill, you got to do that same shit to help you climb the first hill. Because you start slacking, the second hill's not going to come.
Be
Yeah.
comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah, and that's what I like, and that's why I'm telling you the story like that I say that in all due respect is you guys are not The Rock. You guys we're nobody, but we're making an impact
Huge
for whatever fucking reason.
It's like a
we're
Robin
making
Hood
that-
effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the dopest part of the story. That's like the best part of it to
People
me.
can relate to them. That's why.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, it's also like a power move, too. Because after this, I could walk into any room, and the only people that could talk shit to me is anyone else that ran across America.
Yeah. Even they can't. Even
I
they
love
can't.
that shit.
No,
That's
but
it. I love that shit.
even they can't because the people that the other people, I mean, not to talk shit, but I'm gonna talk a little shit, right? Because
He's my shit talker.
no,
You know,
I-
Key
I-
and Peele.
I know.
Key and Peele.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Let the dog off the leash.
I can back this shit up. You know, that's the whole thing. You know, like,
My hands work.
you know, these hands are rated E for everyone.
Rated E for everyone.
No, but like only person these hands are afraid of is my 6-year-old. You know, that little beast will fuck me up. But everyone else can get it. No, but like I don't even remember where I was going with that. You know, I was just hyped.
No, you said you were talking some shit
Oh
about
yeah.
running.
So here's the thing, right? Okay, that's cool that these other people ran across the country. That's awesome, but most of them are like athletes, right?
Uh-huh.
First off, they're athletes. Zoom's not an athlete, right? He's even got a little belly going right here. You
Right,
know,
look
like
at
we were
this.
talking about this shit yesterday. We're
Yeah.
hoping we can lose it before this run ends. But like he's not an athlete, right? Like he didn't train for this. You know, the last few weeks he's been working this big project in San Diego. He didn't train for this. We ain't been running. We hit the gym a few times, but it ain't been like we're aggressively going after this, right? And not only that. Right, but there's other people that have done this run that couldn't even raise the amount of money that was donated to them to do the run. Right, he funded this shit. Like he flew all around the country, hustling his ass off to make the money to put this together, buy an RV, wrap the RV with his fucking face on the side of it. Like he been hustling hard to do this shit. Right?
I know, I like that move you showed.
Yeah. And by the way, those are my nunchucks.
Yeah, those are his nunchucks.
Those are my nunchucks on the side of the bus. But like that's and that's some real shit. Like you were just saying, you know. People like that are the people we want in our circles.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm, you know, this right here, like this is
Like
what this is what it's about for me.
You know, that's what's great about this podcast because we're meeting like extraordinary people.
Yes.
Like very, I mean,
What did I come
very
up with?
extraordinary people.
He's an extraordinary Asian,
You got to be extra to be extraordinary, you know?
right?
Yeah,
That's part of
and I love that about this because we're like when you meet people like that, you want to step up your game more.
Yes.
If you just kind of just keep hanging around the same people, you either stay stagnant or you start lowering it. But if you keep meeting these kind of people, like extraordinary people, you just like, damn, I need to step it up. These guys are in every aspect of your life. Like there's different aspects. Like, okay, this is a whole other aspect. I want to step my level up on this. You know what I mean? Like that's what kind of stuff I'm talking about. You should always try to step up your game in every aspect of your life.
Every aspect, yes.
But I want to break it down a little bit now. So I want to go into something.
You
Before
got cooties, right? You've been running your mouth on that microphone. I don't know.
So-
Ain't too many people on this earth I would share a water bottle with. Herpes, know that. All right.
The herpes are kicking in.
there it is. I'll give it back. Give it
That's why I
back.
dap him. I don't high five him no more. That's why I dap him.
all knuckle bumps, huh?
So I wanted to get into this. Okay, this would be a good question to ask you guys. I'm gonna start with you on this one, but I want just think about because you got to have some time now because I'm asking him first, right?
Yeah.
So what? And I get a lot. We get some crazy answers. Like honestly, you think this is just a normal question? when people answer this question, it's like the answers we get is sometimes they're just blowing our mind. But it's a simple question in a sense, right? What is leadership to you?
Doing what you say. Flat out. That's leadership to me. Right? Because
Doing what you say.
we live in a world where so many people do this. Blah, 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 blah. They don't do what they say. They don't do what they say, you know, and we've encountered that in this whole situation. You know, like when he told me he was going to run across the country, like I was like, all right, I'll do part of it with you. And I did it, and I'm doing it. And I don't fucking like it. I don't like running this much. I have blisters on both my feet, right? Like this.
In your mind, you're like motherfucker the whole time.
Yeah, I'm like,
I agree with this shit.
I'm like between fuck this shit and I love Zune and I'm fucking doing it, right? And that's what it is because like I said I was gonna do it and I'm just gonna do it. You know,
that's some howler shit though.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
Run across the freaking
Absolutely,
America,
right?
That's some howler
Like,
ass shit.
who's
That
doing
is
some
some
shit
like yeah. That's
Nobody's
some tough
doing
ass
stuff like
shit.
that, you know. And so I want to just commend you because you exemplified leadership yourself in my eyes, right? And this is why. We've been trying to get on some TV shows and some podcasts and trying to get like more exposure on what we're doing, right? We've had people be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get you on, and then like not respond to messages or like, oh, I'm trying to do this or this and that. Like we literally ran through Rancho Cucamonga. I was like, I know a podcast in this area. Message you, you're like, shit, I don't know if we can make it happen. Let me get back to you. I'm blowing up my production guy, but
Yeah,
you're like, if he can't come, like, can we still? I was like, he's a production. We got cameras, we got everything. He's like, all right, well, if that doesn't work, let's make it happen. You know, that's leadership to me. Like, you say you're gonna do something, and then you do it. You know, or at least you put in 100%, 110% into making sure that it could happen. Right? I believe there's a lot of so-called leaders in this world. They don't do what they say. They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then they don't do it. You know, like I'm gonna run for this, or I'm gonna make this much money, or I'm gonna give to this cause, and then like when it actually comes time, like where are they?
Yeah.
Where are these people? They're not there. You know. So for me, like, and so I use this guy as an example, right? Like I look up to him. You know, he shows me leadership by doing what he says. You know, he's like, I'm gonna go do this, and he goes and fucking does it, right? And he showed me like the whole idea of like the build the bridge as you go. Like I got all kinds of. I've now dubbed myself a serial entrepreneur. I don't just want to be a fitness coach. I want to have like 30 businesses, right? And just fucking just like run all these businesses and just have fun in all of them. All of them are gonna be a way of giving impact, helping people, like different people along the way, and like you know, and so I say I'm gonna do something and I just do it, right? And then I surround myself with people that do what they say, right? And if I surround myself with people that do what they say, they show me that it's possible. Then I'll keep doing what I say. Right? And then what we'll do is we'll fucking conquer this earth, right? The people that do what they say will take over.
You create a pack.
Exactly. Absolutely. Create a pack.
And that's what we were talking about, the whole Howler network.
Yeah.
Is if you get these people that just do what they say they're going to do.
Yeah.
And just keep fucking doing it. But the thing is, though, what would be greater is like people like you guys, because if you surround yourself with people that do what they say and then they're like, hey, but I need you for this, you're gonna be like, fuck, okay, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
And you just keep stepping up your level.
Absolutely.
To the point where you're like, fuck, man. But like at the end of the day, what else are you gonna be doing? Watching TV?
Nope.
Chilling? You know what I'm saying? Like this is
Ain't
shit.
doing that.
That's what I'm saying. This is the shit you should be doing. Whatever time you have, use that shit. You know what I mean? At the same time, enjoy it. Like I look at it like even the shit that's hard and like it's a pain in the ass. I've been doing some stuff recently and it's just like a pain in the ass sometimes. But it's like, this is some real shit. I'm learning so much. And what would I be doing if I wasn't doing this? I'd be chilling, doing something else, like hanging out, whatever. So I'd rather do this shit. I'd rather put everything I fucking have to the test and see what I can do with that. Because you're building yourself. It's like brick by brick, right? You know what I mean? So let's go with you now. So what do you believe leadership is?
You know, I learned leadership from the military, from like seeing like a sergeant, staff sergeant, because I'm attached to Green Side, so I hang out with Marines, right? And they do what they say. A lot of people, they talk all this stuff, and then in front, while their position is higher, people still don't respect them as much as a lower ranking person that does everything that they say they do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So I saw a lot of that too, like good side, bad side, or so. But yeah, just the real leadership. We talk about it a lot because, like, I'm newer to the entrepreneur scene. I've only been doing it for, like, 2 years. And a lot of people, like, they write checks with their mouth that you can't cash, So, yeah, literally, like, if you just do exactly what you say, like, you'll be, like, not in front of 90% of the other entrepreneur. I really don't know why people talk a lot. Like, I don't talk a lot. But when I do talk, it's like, we're going this way. We're doing this. It's like, That's
I know
how I
a
see
lot
it.
of talkers, a lot of.
I don't know why it is. The market
with
is
social media.
the market is flooded
I
with
know.
them.
A lot of people want to impress. They want to impress other people, and they
Yeah.
think they have to be a certain image.
Yeah.
In order to
You
get
you,
certain
you don't
image.
have to impress them. You just got to figure out how to take their money. That's it. You're done.
Exactly.
Boom.
And being yourself, shit, that shit
Like,
works.
just
90%
get the
of
sales
time, 99% of the
balance.
time.
You know.
Yeah, I see that so much, man, and I don't. It's not built in me. I'm not built for those kind of people. Like I get frustrated. Like I have like a fighting past. Same thing, and it's hard when I first transitioned into an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't just fuck them up anymore.
Yeah.
had
we
to be-
talked about that recently.
He almost did that shit this morning. We're on the way to the shop.
I'm just like, damn, man. Like people think that a counter is gonna save them. You know what I'm saying? So I get like very frustrated with stuff like that. But now it's like, and now I'm even getting into another aspect of entrepreneurship, and you have to be. You have to like. I mean, that's another side of being a leader. You need to get your head out of that.
You gotta
'Cause
be
you
in
can't
control.
just fight all the time. You can't
Yeah.
just fight. You know what I mean? So that's why you got to stay training and like MMA and all that kind of stuff helped me a lot. And I gotta get back hardcore into that because it's just that this whole side. I mean, the higher level you get, the more you need to discipline every aspect of your life.
Right.
Like I said, I stopped drinking because of situations.
Kudos to you there.
And
That's
when
good
you were
shit.
saying you stopped everything that you were doing, it's like I feel like I had no choice.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Well, obviously you do, but I chose that. I was like, I need to choose this. I need to choose certain things of not doing things a certain way.
You just spark a thought in my head. Like we're just always trying to improve. And yesterday I was trying to blend food. I don't know why that.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, like always like talking about like sharpen. Like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find
Iron
the most.
sharpens iron.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the most efficient way to do something. And like yesterday we were eating, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna blend up my food and drink it. I don't know why that thought came
Was
up.
it good?
Nope.
No,
It did not work.
It didn't
Hey,
work.
look, as his coach and friend, I told him it was the dumbest thing I've ever
If
seen
it
him
was
do.
fruit, maybe. If it was fruit, maybe. Nah,
Yeah,
We can make some smoothies.
What'd you make?
Chipotle. Yeah.
Dude, I took my hat thing off for that one.
Bro, we were
No,
up in
I'm willing to do whatever it
We were-
takes. Yeah. I was like,
we were in Chipotle.
You finished
blending
it, though?
we're
up
gonna
in
return
bowl.
that blender because it sucked. But, yeah.
You finished it?
There's a little bit left in the fridge, but I ate 2 bowls.
He's
one
like
bowl.
the Rocky, kind of go doing like the Rocky
Right, he's
thing.
trying to
Yeah,
go
the
on.
eggs.
Hey, but I wanted to like kind of tap back into the idea of leadership, right?
Yeah.
Something that kind of just came to my mind when you were talking, right?
sure.
Is I believe someone can't be a leader if they're not leading themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Right?
good.
You can't lead
In the
in
right
a
position,
business. You can't lead in your household. If you can't lead yourself. Like we live in a society like a lot of people are these so-called leaders, but like they're overweight, they're broke, they're unhappy, their marriage is failing. They're not leading themselves.
You're right.
And for me, it's like if I can get up every day and lead myself and be the person I admire, right? If I can look at myself and be like, yo, I fucking admire that dude. Then I'm a leader within myself. Then I can be a leader within my household. I can be a leader within my community, right? I can be a leader and it doesn't have to just be a leader as in like I'm your boss or I'm your, like it could be just I love when people hit me up on my social media and be like, oh, yo, I watched your post today and it made me go to the gym. I watched your post today and it helped me overcome something I was struggling with. Thank you for always being positive. Thank you for always showing us, right? I'm a leader through my social media. We're posting like 5 or 6 times a day right now on Instagram, right? All the running, we start our runs, we end our runs, we post shit in the middle of the runs. Like we're leading by just showing people what we're doing, right? It's not edited, and we're not throwing it up to send it to the editors. And like I have an editor and he hooks some of my shit up, but like the stuff we're doing right now is just live and direct.
Yeah.
Just throw that shit up. Just show people what we're doing, right?
Okay.
We're leading ourselves, and because we're doing that, we're showing others how to lead themselves as well.
And that's completely true because I know you start like the podcast too. So when I see myself and I'm starting to see different aspects of my life,
Yeah.
I feel like okay, I need to be better here, and just like you said, like drinking and all that stuff, you don't have time for that shit. If you're trying to better yourself in all aspects of your life, it's like you have to lead everywhere. And people will catch you slipping. Like they're looking for that slip. So if you're slipping up here, then you're like, oh man, he's I guess he's a leader, but he's not a leader like in everything. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll catch you slipping, and they want to see that shit slipping. But it's not even for those people. Like you should be literally using your mindset to build yourself
Yes.
to lead in every aspect of your life.
Mindset is everything.
Like, I love that, what you said. That was
People
dope.
will follow. They see, and then when they see that, they'll follow. They'll, you know what I mean? They'll follow you.
Yeah.
And you also build your tribe or your pack. You know?
And the people will fall off that need to fall off, and
Exactly.
the people will.
I love that, too.
New people will come. And, yeah, they'll disappear.
yeah,
quick.
like, bye, Felicia.
And you don't even gotta do nothing. They'll
Nah,
just
be
disappear.
you.
They can't be around that shit.
Yeah.
It's like it's too much for them.
And make them
Absolutely.
feel bad about themselves.
Yeah,
For not
There's
doing
that too. We're running out of time, but there is a
Okay.
question I want to ask you guys before we're done here. So this is a question I like to ask entrepreneurs too, and especially what you guys are doing. So I'm gonna go to you first on this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me some time to think
So you
about
can
it.
think-
So I'm trying to think.
Right? You're giving him all the time to think. Fuck.
Because you're like you got that like philosophy thing too going.
I read,
on.
like,
Because he's Asian?
yeah, that Bruce Lee philosophy.
Right?
he's talking about
Confucius
right now.
says.
So I wanted to ask you, okay, let's take away everything, the video, the editing, everything that you're doing, everything that's brought you to where you are. Just take all that away. The money, cars, clothes, everything.
Uh-huh.
Who are you deep inside? If your heart can speak to us and tell us who you are, what would it say?
I'm just a person that's just trying to make the world a better place. That's it. Like,
Simple.
yeah. Like, I'm a simple guy. If you ask me a simple question or a complicated question, it's still a simple answer. Because deep down, it's already like, the path's already there, you know? The prophecy's already been written.
Facts.
I can't change it.
Jeez.
Damn, I like that. The prophecy has already been written.
It's already been written.
That was
Yeah.
clean,
Already been
dude.
written.
I like that. I like that one. All right. So
And then Paul with the extra sauce.
if your heart can speak to us from everything you've been through, from prison to, I mean, all the shit that you've been through, man. Right now, though, what would your heart say you are to us if it could speak to us?
I am a victor, not a victim. Straight up. Because with that, I can accomplish anything.
I like
Nothing can fucking stop me.
I know. That's
Unless maybe
a
like a train or something.
Maybe like a turkey.
Only thing can stop me is a motherfucking train.
Right.
I like that. I like that. I appreciate you guys coming on, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
It was good. It was. I feel like this was meant to be an episode for sure.
sure.
I need you to drop a life lesson in you too as well.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Who would your heart be? Come on, bro.
I actually never had to do that.
Oh shit, bro, let's hear it, man.
That shit.
We gotta do something different.
It's different because like you guys know all these people and you know all these lessons. Basically, you're like a melting pot.
Taking
So,
something from each other.
yeah. So basically, whatever you give out is gonna be like through a lot of lifetimes, if that makes sense.
My thing would be this. This is what the journey that I've been on lately. I feel like you need to live your purpose. It's time. Like you need to really figure out what your purpose is. It all comes from a foundation. I feel like you need to really find that foundation, and then flourish from your purpose from that. Because everything else is bullshit. It really is.
Yeah,
There's everything in this world's gonna burn one day.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not gonna exist anymore. Like everything, we're gonna all be forgotten at some point in this world. So right now, you don't own anything. You own nothing in this world. Like I was saying, I feel like all you really own is moments.
Yeah.
The moments that you have. That's the only thing you actually own. So that's what I think. I think you should live your purpose and live in those moments. I've been really starting to live in my moments, like this last year.
Now, do you think that purpose can change?
I think it can get bigger and bigger.
Because
for
I feel like when I got out of prison, my purpose was different than what it is today. And the more I, like, you guys were talking about, like, leveling up, right? The more I level up, I think of life kind of like a video game, right? The next level, you got to beat the next boss. And, you know, like, I went from, like, these small, like, events I would go to that were, like, other fitness coaches to, like, then I go to entrepreneurial events and I go to masterminds.
But I think your purpose is always the same. I just think that you went through all of that.
Different path.
And maybe maybe you had to go through a certain path or something, and I believe your purpose. I believe the end game is that should be your purpose, and you might have to take different pathways to get
Figure
to
it
it
out.
because maybe you
Okay.
screwed up, and you're like boom, or maybe you different ways of doing things. But I believe that your purpose is designed right there. I really believe that,
Okay.
and I just think that we fuck up so much, or we're lazy, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But you got to get back on that road again.
Absolutely.
Like you guys are on your road right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Literally,
you're-
we're running that fucking road right now.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the journey. It's not the complete arc yet, and
Yeah.
I think it's like more value to be shared because you can share exactly what's going on.
Yeah. All right, it's on
There
you.
you go. It's on you,
It's on
bro.
you, cuz. It's on you, cuz.
He's on. All right, and that's the episode.
He's on. Yeah, we're closing. It's on you, cuz.
You know the
This has
question.
never happened before.
I know.
Really?
No, nobody's ever.
See, like,
I like my boy under pressure right now. Yeah.
What have I learned from everybody that's came? I mean, just my life period is just time is the biggest currency. You know what I mean? People think we gotta make so much money before we die and all that, but like the shit I've been through and that I've seen other people go through and that I'm still going through is we gotta do as much as we can while we can in the time. You know what I mean? And make it worth something. Because like I said, everybody was instilled with something to, like, you know what I mean, our purpose, like what we're supposed to do. Now it's up to us to tap into it, and when we do, we need to go full throttle with it, because you know what I mean, because you never know what tomorrow's not promised. You know what I mean? So for me, it's just doing as much as I can and for as many people as I can while I'm here.
yeah.
Time.
You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah, I like that too. Time.
For sure.
Time, man. It's fucking short. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah.
It's so short. It's like you're gonna waste it
And it's
away
like,
doing
nowadays,
nothing.
with death is you open up social media, somebody this and that, car accident, this and that, and this is it's just crazy nowadays. You know what I mean? So you gotta take every day and do something with it. And
love
you know
that.
what I mean? And I want to leave something behind because it's not about my first name; it's about my last name. You know what I mean? So
Ooh, that's a quote right there.
that's what I'm trying to do with my legacy.
I like that.
New legacy.
Yeah. New
New
legacy.
legacy.
Apparel.
Okay.
That's
my-
I
go.
like that.
That's
I like
the
that.
all that. It's in my
That part.
apparel brand. Yeah.
For sure.
If we could just look at the camera and just say "shed the sheep." Ready? Ready? Go.
Shed the sheep.
All right. I want to thank you guys for coming out, man. Shit.
Thank you, bro.
Good luck on that run,
Absolutely.
dude. I mean, I'm
You're gonna
loving
come run
that.
with us, right?
I actually wish I could.
When
today.
my asthma is set up,
Hey, you
Where's
get
my asthma set up?
you can get a bike from
scooter.
whatever.
It's
Yeah.
your little
Those of you guys
scooter.
actually ran with the Forrest Gumps on the Cortezes.
Yeah, dude. Whatever you gotta do. And
He runs right here, right down the street. Then okay.
I'm gonna run to the
He's
bathroom.
all, I think I'm gonna go home now.
I'm never
I'm telling you, you could get an electric bike,
and right outside you guys.
ride, and then return it. Because
Where you guys running to tonight?
we're coming up this little
Yeah,
big
we left off at
mountain.
Fontana.
Yeah, yeah.
Fontana.
Okay.
We gotta go
North Fontana.
Yeah, to go to Victorville.
We're gonna be in Riverside tonight for like a visual for the girl candidate that was running for mayor in Riverside.
Just off the
So
way, though.
yeah, and I don't know where you guys are running to, but I was like seeing if you guys.
Where's
wanted-
Riverside? Is it east? from
Riverside's
here?
like 30 minutes from here. It's like going.
East?
Yeah. So
It's-
you guys are.
yeah.
So if you guys are going to Fontana, and,
So we're starting in Fontana and then we're running towards Arizona.
Oh,
so the
okay.
15 freeway,
Across.
they're going to
Yeah.
the
We're not doing, but we're doing it on foot, so it's no freeways.
Yeah, yeah. People are like,
shit.
"Oh, you should send us the route. Which day where you can be what?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, it's like
Google
human
Maps.
Power.
Yeah.
You're like, we're just
Google
running.
Maps.
Because you got to go to Google Maps, but if you change Google Maps from driving to
right.
walking, it changes the direction, the route.
Okay.
That's our route.
So we stopped on Foxfield and Wilson
Okay.
in Fontana. That's where we stopped last night.
Okay.
So we're gonna drop it
wanna-
off there and we start running again.
We
There
want
you
to
guys
climb
go.
that big hill. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is, but
We
saw
probably won't get a lot of mileage today because we're going uphill.
Yeah, yeah.
we could crawl.
Yeah, it's just dry. I mean, it's been raining, but like Fontana and there, all that shit, the desert and the fields, it's a lot of like, you know what I mean, snakes and shit.
Yeah, just be
It's a lot of-
careful.
It's a lot of field out this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys coming on.
Appreciate you.
It was a good episode. I loved it, man.
This is
So
good.
yeah, we're gonna close out. You want to tell everybody bye, and if you guys want to just do a quick shout out of what to find you guys at.
Your Instagrams.
There you
Give
go.
them your Instagrams.
All right, you can find me on the Coach Paul, THE_Coach_Paul, because I am the Coach Paul. You can also check out my motivational speaking. It's Becoming a Better You, and yeah, there we go.
That camera right there?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. All right, you can find me on Instagram at zoon.win, so ZOON, and then period, NGUYEN. And then the campaign we're doing is milesformeals.us, miles with a S, for meals.us. And on there you're going to find like the donation, it's 100% tax break. Hit that, and then, you're going to be in my real friend list, because that's actually my real friend list.
Okay.
Yeah. Why? Because people donate it. Everyone says don't do it, but
Yeah, yeah.
So, you actually do
So
it.
like, yeah, who actually does, and eventually, you know, we'll do business or so. I take care of them, but whatever. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's actually gonna be my real friend list. And then yeah, check out New Legacy Podcast and New Legacy Apparel and Kraken Media.
Cool. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're getting close to 25,000 subs. So thanks everybody for watching. So How's Over Baz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
Shed the sheep,
Shed the sheep.
and we're out.
Can we get a